Today we're going to be making this tavern and this foundry. I will upload both of these builds as schematics if you guys would like to download them, but let's jump into it. Today we'd like to start by building a tavern roughly where I am right now, in the center of our town right here. And in order to build the tavern, I'd like to use some different build materials like these things right here. And these are the brick walls that you see. And we also have some stone options for builds as well. So maybe a combination of the two, but that way it'll make it stand out and make it a bit nicer. However, in order to do this, we are going to need to go through a bit of a process. So for example, if we want to make up bricks, then we do that first. Then the first thing we need to do is find some clay. So if I zoom out on the map here, these brown deposits that you see right here, these are where we can get clay. So let's add a little waypoint over there somewhere so we know where to head, and then we can go and collect some of that. Okay, so there might be a slight issue with my plan. Basically, what we're going to need to do is under the production tab here, we need to make up a furnace so that, as it says there, we can refine the clay into bricks. So in order to do that, if we go to our research, then you see here is the furnace. We can do that one soon, but we do have to get to Hamlet stage first. And to get to Hamlet, we have to build a tavern. So it's a bit circular. So what we're going to do is build just a basic wooden tavern first, just to get it off and running. And then once we've unlocked the clay and the furnace and stuff, and we get into that, then we will upgrade it. But for now, I'm just going to build a little tavern down here somewhere. So let's get that done. We have done the research that you see. Let's see, where is it on page 1? This one right here, the bar and cook pot. So we can get a pretty nice tavern going at this stage. Okay, so under services, we can select our bar here, and we're going to put this into the tavern. So again, this is obviously just like a temporary thing that we're going to make up. We will make a much nicer tavern in a moment. So we now have, there we go, basic tavern. It says kingdom tier upgraded, and we're now a Hamlet. So I actually think what we can do is under research, let's see, tavern. This is for Hamlet, so we can research here an ale casket. That's kind of good, but I think we want to do this first. Then we can be smelting this down and processing this stuff and building with it while we do the other research. I'm going to get that one going on, and let's get that progress happening. In the meantime, we could make this tavern a bit nicer if we wanted, but honestly, it's about to go, so I might just leave it like that for now and then upgrade it properly once we have all our resources. One thing I have been wanting to do, though, is go check in on our forager. Now, our woodcutter, we can tell, has been busy because there are hardly any trees around here at the moment, although you do see more are growing, which is pretty cool. So you're never going to run out of wood. Plenty more will grow. But our forager, have they put anything in here? Oh, wow. They even found us some fish. I didn't even know they could do that. That is awesome. All right, we've got plenty of resources here. So now all we really need to do is go over to the storehouse and put them in. We could also hire a porter who I think might then collect those resources for us. But I might leave that for now. But if I go into the building, I'll just show you guys under the storehouse. So you got your merchants and you've also got a porter. But I don't really want to waste one of our people right now just doing that, because we're going to have some other jobs that are more important for them to do pretty soon. And with the research done, we're going to build a furnace place over here. So this will be, there's one person living here right now, it's our fisher. So then the next person, of course, will be the person who's doing all the smelting and stuff. So yeah, like before, we're going to need some structures. Actually, do you know what? As I'm saying this, I'm just thinking we could do this a bit better, right? Because for the structures, although we don't have bricks available to us yet, we do have stone available, right? So let's see, yeah, stone, wow, 40 stone for a stone foundation. Okay, that's going to take a lot of stone. Even a stone floor, that costs 40. All right, well, let's go see how much stone we can get and whether or not this is viable. We can maybe do some things out of stone. So some of these walls here only take 10. They're not as bad. It'll be a fairly small build. I reckon we can do this. So the first stone deposit I came to only had 3 pieces of stone. This one only has 3 as well. So yeah, I'm a little worried that like we might not be able to build too much out of stone yet. Maybe there's like a quarry later on we can do or something. But if I look at here, like we got 10 stone from that. I mean, let's do it for like a while and just see how much is around here. I think some of these are just decorative as well. Like that one there can't be mined. Or this one here, we have to like find some of these bigger ones in order to do it. And this one actually only has 2 stone for that size of thing. So this, yeah, we may not be able to get enough out of this, but I'll do it for a while and just see how much we can get. All right, so if we check our inventory, 124 stone, and that was me full. You see down the bottom here, our inventory is full, but we got that relatively quickly. It isn't too bad to get. So we are going to build this thing out of stone, which is actually really nice. Okay, so we're going to start with one of these, a stone foundation. And I wanted to build 3 of them. We can do 3, I guess. So we're going to put like 1 there like that. Then I want to place 1 down here next to it. So let's zoom in a bit. Actually, I just wanted to have a look. So this stone, oh, this is a half foundation. So that's 20. Okay, I thought it was like double the size. I wondered why it was less resources. So we'll place that one there. that one there. And now, how much stone do we even have left? Only 4. Okay, so that was just for the foundation. We're going to go off and get some other stuff now, some more stone. We're going to go for like a little L-shaped build, and the furnace will go inside here. So hopefully it'll look cool when it's done, because it's taken a lot of time to get this stuff. But I think it's nice to build out of a different type of material. Alrighty, I am back with more stone. As you can see, it's turned winter, so there's a lot of snow all over the place at the moment. But let's see how we're going to build this thing. So a stone door would be awesome, because that just looks really nice. And then I'm thinking we want some sort of like stone opening, like this window thing here could be good. Now, what is the difference? That's a stone window frame, takes 10. Both take 10. That might just be a double up. I think it might be, that's what it is. Let's just see if we can see a difference in them. Okay, so I really like this one here, which was actually the second one, I think. So if we go on to the stone things here, this one here is like a different type of window or something. So that one there was nice. Then we got the stone walls here. I kind of like these where they have this trim to them. So we'll place this down here like this and around here. And then I don't know if to do another window or not. I think I might just leave it at the one that we've got there. What I might do is let's just see about that other type of stone wall, just to give it something a bit different. Like you got this one here. Yeah, I don't hate that, right? Because this could be on the inside. Does it show on the outside too? It kind of does. All right, I don't dislike that at all. I'm thinking what we could do is place the furnace in here, and that would kind of look good with that. Now the other thing is we're going to need some sort of roof and stuff. Don't think I've got any wood on me, do I? Maybe I do. So let's place some stairs in there like that and check my inventory. Okay, so we're going to need to go get some more stuff here. But yeah, we'll make the roof up probably out of wood for that. Like just looking at different roofs here, there is actually, that's a stone roof corner. Okay, but I don't know that we have got a stone wall archway. That looks really cool actually, doesn't it? I wonder if that would be a better entrance to this building. I kind of think it would. So let's take this one down, that frame there. And we'll build that instead. Yeah, here we go. So we'll place that there. I really like that. It's nice and open plan. Kind of matches the little window here as well. I'll have to show you guys this when it's not winter as well. Unfortunately, we're building it through winter and I need to get it built because we're a bit under pressure for getting that done so we can get the bricks and stuff. But we'll see how it looks in the summer later on in this video for sure. So we're just at our foundry now and we're processing the clay into bricks. And basically for each one clay that you use, you get 2 bricks back. So that's actually really nice. So once we've done that, then we'll have all of the brick pieces we need in order to build the nice tavern, obviously, out of the brick walls and things. Okay, so here is the tavern build, guys. I would have done video footage of this all being built, but I had 1 or 2 problems along the way and some recordings messed up and stuff like that. So yeah, just to say, be careful with these build pieces. So if I press P and we come out to here, these stone build pieces, if we go into the build menu itself, basically anything that's made out of stone is like a tier 3 build, right? So these stone roofs and these pieces here, all of this can have issues because they weren't originally going to even release these as part of the early access release that's now out. They decided to at the kind of last minute, and there are a couple of bugs around that, which is why I wasn't able to film myself doing this whole tavern build, but I did manage to get it working in the end. One thing that I had, just in case you guys encountered this issue, was for these roof pieces here, some of them were saying that there was insufficient support, despite the fact that there was definitely enough support, right? So what I was doing is I was left clicking to place them, even though it was showing that I couldn't place them, but it made the noise they were placed. And when I quit out and then reloaded my world, they showed up. So that may help you, it may not, I'm not sure. Also, I am doing this recording ahead of time, so by the time this is released, it may even be fixed, but I just wanted to point that out. Anyway, let's take a look at this tavern. So if we get close enough to it where it will load up, if we press 2 to get out our hammer, it actually loads up there. So you can see here in the top right, our structure score is almost 300 and it only needed 35, and decoration 632 out of 40. So you could say I went a little bit overkill, but I wanted to do that, and we're actually going to upgrade the tavern as well, and we'll get into that in a second. As you can see here, we've got some outdoor seating areas. Everything has been quite well decorated, which is one of the reasons why the score is so high. So even just little things like putting a little wagon wheel here. Some of the chairs and tables on the outside are purposely a bit off kilter because it's uneven ground and maybe the people have just got up to leave. So I thought that'd be kind of a nice idea just to roleplay this a little bit. The other side is pretty much the same. All of the clutter, all of the sort of cups and plates and stuff, I just placed as randomly as I could. We got barrels on this side as well, as you see here, rather than the wagon wheel. But other than that, it's quite similar. There we go. Someone's using and enjoying it right now, so that's great. If we head inside, oh, thank you for getting the door for me there, Margaret. Okay, we're inside the tavern now, and as you can see, this is kind of interesting. So Harold there, he actually warms himself at the fireplace, which is quite nice. So people like this, it keeps them warm and happy. That's why I put some seats here, some little stools on either side of the fireplace. And we've got some bookshelves in the corner there. We've got some barrels in this corner. And again, loads of clutter, which, this one, we got a prankster in the tavern, guys. Someone's just balancing a jug on top of a bigger jug or a tankard on top of a jug. Yeah, it's definitely that I misplaced that. Let's move on. Now over here we have this thing, which is a stew pot, and I do have some mushrooms in my inventory. So when I'm looking at this, if I press E, we can actually craft up this mushroom stew. So let's just go ahead and do that. There we go. And this gets added into the pot here, which is pretty cool. So this provides better food basically for people in the tavern to eat. So that obviously increases happiness and also can be sold to the visitors. Now we can get someone working in here in a minute, and we are going to get staff in here soon. But at the moment it's just, just the building itself that I'm showing you guys. So obviously we have the bar here, very important, with our little lamp that we can turn on and off. And I went for, you only need one of these, but I decided to build 3 here and some upstairs as well, which I'll show you. But just to give it a bit of an extra look to it, a bit of extra decoration. And we've got different types of tables, the round ones here, a couple of tables in the window and stuff like that. And lots of lighting. I'll show you at nighttime after we've done this as well, so you guys can see that. But this is how the downstairs is looking. Then we can head around here to go to the upstairs. And what I decided to do was make a couple of rooms here. Now, it'd be really nice if it let us place beds in so we could have a bit of an inn feel. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't let you place beds in this type of build right now. Inside this room, though, we have this. So we've got like a private room that people can book out in the tavern if they like and have a bit of a banquet or a secret meeting or something like that. And I made a different type of private room over here. So inside this one, we've got the round tables you see there. And again, lots of plates and stuff like that. So you can book this one out as well if you like. And when I say you can book it out, I am obviously role-playing here. We do have some benches up here people can wait on. We have a little bit of decoration here as well with some storage upstairs. And we have an upstairs bar with one of the little caskets there, or barrels or whatever you want to call it. Just because the people that are up here, they can be served at this bar rather than having to go back downstairs. So I thought that was kind of a nice little touch. And then for the actual stairs itself, I've built this little structural things around here and some fence and stuff so no one falls down the stairs. I don't think we'd be open to being sued in medieval times. It's not like today, but it looks kind of good anyway. I also thought I'd give you a quick look around at night because I actually think this place looks pretty nice at night time. We've got a lot of lighting in this tavern, and this is the exact reason so that it would look good at night. It does add decoration to it as well, of course. You can see our total decoration score there, 632 out of 40, and a lot of that is going to be the lights. Just heading inside as well, you see how it looks inside at night time. So there's various light sources. I think it's like a good level where it's also not too much because to me, a medieval tavern, particularly at nighttime, we're thinking it would be kind of dark and dimly lit and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys agree on that. And then if we come upstairs here, this is how this looks at nighttime. So again, hopefully not too overdone. Oh, I missed a window. Okay, well, oh no, it's just open. Right, I was going to say. And then these like little private rooms here, this is how they look at nighttime. If we press P as well to get like an overview of it at night, you know, that's how it looks. It's a little harder to see in this overview, but all up, it's looking pretty good. The next thing now, of course, is to get people actually working in here, and we'll build them a house. I was thinking we could build a house around the back, so the quarters for the tavern staff could be around the back here, and we'll do something nice with that. Also, I put this roof on the foundry and I hate it, so I'm going to change that. So obviously I'm pretty happy with this build, I would say, but the only issue with it is we need people to actually work in here. So if we go to buildings, let's see, where is the tavern? This one down here. So we need like a tavern keeper and a server. So we're going to need some tradesmen for that. And let's see, right now there's no one. We have to wait 5 minutes and see if we can get that person to come in. What I'm going to do is I'll show you this at nighttime in a second. And then we're also going to build some housing for this tavern as well. That way, the people that we recruit will have somewhere to work. We have mushrooms and berries here. Okay, I have no idea why that is, but let's pick that up. And I'm going to find a spot for the house. All right, let's see. We got some new recruits here. We do have a tradesperson, but wow, they already want a tier 2 tavern. Wait, actually, you know what? That might be okay because I wanted to upgrade this anyway. So let's do upgrades here. And now we go back to recruits. Oh, wait, I didn't read that they also want a temple. Okay. So just out of interest, I wonder what that does. So the tier 2 tavern we just upgraded. We can now have a tavern keeper and 2 servers. Okay. We could upgrade it again if we want. Should we just keep upgrading it? Why not? So that's like a top tier now. And I don't know what that actually does. Maybe it'll earn us more money and stuff like that. I wonder as well, did it unlock anything in terms of stuff we can build maybe? I don't think so, but like it's worth checking. So I think it's just that it will probably just earn us more money and stuff like that. But that's not bad. So we have now a top tier tavern. That will also attract some better people as well, because sometimes that will be something that they want. in order to join us. So we'll keep looking for tradespeople, obviously, as they come, but we need to, you know, do some other things if we want to get her, which is not going to happen. Now we have our house over here as well. These are the quarters for the people who are going to live, work in the tavern. They will live there. So it's just out the back of the tavern. Went for another type of unique build rather than just doing a prefab once again. Now, I will say with this tavern, I will upload it as a prefab onto the Steam Workshop. So if anybody would like to download this, you can do that, and then you can just sort of place it down in your world without having to build it. A link to that will be down in the video description if anyone would like to download and use that. Now, one sneaky thing I did do with my tavern, guys, you'll notice here that once you've gone in there and perhaps got a little intoxicated, you stumble out and you head right to the market. I'm trying to get those impulse buys from some slightly inebriated villagers. We'll see if our sales go up or not, but I thought this was a kind of a fun idea. Now, we are waiting for some recruits still in order to obviously get our tavern working, which would be really nice. So while we're doing that, I guess we should start looking at building something new. And the next thing I'm going to build is going to be some houses. So we're just going to put a couple of prefab houses down here because they are kind of useful to have at certain times. So we'll build one there. Let's see if we can build another one here. Rotate that around and we'll put that there. It's just like a small little, not really a neighborhood, but just a couple of people that can live there. We're going to go and get the foundry sorted out, so that can actually be something that people are working on and we're automating. Now, in order to do that, we need to make an ore storage over in the foundry here. Having revisited this foundry, I was about to get it a bit more set up, and I kind of have. We've got the ore storage in there, but I really just don't like it. I think we can do so much better with this build, and so that's what we're actually going to do now. So first thing I want to do is just take it all down, basically, so we can just go into this mode, select the whole building, and just destroy it. Yep, let's get rid of the lot. And I had a bit of an idea for a build, but it needs to be near the water, so maybe over here. What I'd like to do is build this into the water a little bit. So if we put that there, yeah, maybe about there should be fine. Then I want to build one there like that for the foundations, one on this side, and also want one on that side. Now, we might need to get some more stone to complete this build, but that's okay. The next thing we need to do is build up some walls for this thing. And I think, let me see, this wall here I think is going to be the best one to build around here. So let me zoom in a bit and get this right. Yeah, so I want that to go just there like that. It's going to be really nice, and you'll see why that is in a second. And then I want some of those windowed, like open plan stone things, like these ones here. So we're going to put one there like that, one there like that. Okay, very good. And now we need like some sort of way in and way out. Some would call that a door, of course. So we'll put the door on this one. And make some other things around this. All right, this is what we have so far, and we do need to go and get a load more stone, which I'm going to do in a second, but it's starting to take shape, and what we're going to do is build, let's see, so if we come around here, we'll build this out a little bit. We'll put the foundry in the back here, and then I've got a little idea for in the water as well, which I probably teased a little bit in the opening of this video, so you might know what's coming, but let's go get that stone, and then we'll actually build it. Okay, so here is the basic structure that I'm going to build. I think it looks a lot nicer than what we had before, so I think the stone walls with the wooden roof can look nice. I think before, was I using maybe thatch roof or something like that, just looked a bit crap, but I don't dislike how this looks now. However, there is kind of another touch that I want to put on, and that is down here. So let me get into, I think it is furniture. I was thinking we could put one of these here. So let me see, if I turn the snap size to completely off, maybe I can rotate this around a bit. Now, I wanted it to be a water wheel, and we could kind of, yeah, let me get into this for you a second. I mean, it's a stretch, isn't it? It is definitely a stretch. Yeah, it's just a little bit on the small side, but we could kind of pretend. I mean, it is in the water and it is a wheel, so there's that. I just wonder, is there any other way I could maybe do this? So one thing that did occur to me is using these things. Let's go into this view and rotate you around. Like if I could place them there, but then it might be a bit, yeah, that like would be way too big. So yeah, okay, I don't think there is another way of doing that. I think this is what we're stuck with. So, you know, look, we can only do what's, you know, available in the game. Technically, I have a water wheel. What do you think, guys? Does that look pants? Should I get rid of it? Even if we do, I will still keep it in this location because I do quite like having the foundry here near the water. I do think that looks nice regardless. Now, we still have to put on a few other touches, so let's go back into the build mode. I mean, for a start, it needs a door, so we'll do that, but also some stairs leading up to that, so let's get those placed there. And yeah, the door, the decoration stuff, and also obviously the actual foundry itself, and some fireplaces might look good actually as like kind of makeshift smaller foundries, so perhaps we'll do that too. Anyway, let's start with the door, right? So the door is going to go in there, no surprises there. And inside then, if we go to production, we should be able to place down, here it is, the actual furnace, which is going to go in the back bit here. So that looks kind of nice. It should be fairly centralized when we walk in. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't dislike that at all. And in order to actually make this thing function, we need to also build an ore storage, which is one of these. So I'll get some planks for that, and also we'll do some decorating of it. But this will be the basic look to it. The other thing I was thinking about is, see under here, we've got this little section. Now, we could leave it like that so that the stone there is kind of offset, right? And I don't dislike that because it gives a bit of depth to the build. But I think there are also things you can build underneath here. So for example, if we were to build fence, would that go... Doesn't really go underneath. It could go there. Okay, that's not a great look. Maybe there's some structural stuff that does go underneath though. So we've got these wooden short walls. Would that go underneath there? I guess not. Probably not. No, okay. So like I said, I wasn't even sure I disliked it, but I definitely think this build is looking so much better than it was now when we first made it. Again, I will upload this as a schematic if anyone would like to do it, but I'll finish decorating first, and then if you guys do want to download it, you can download it with all the decorations. Alrighty, so let's build this up now and do some decoration as well. So first thing is the ore storage, and we can just keep that somewhere like here so it's nice and handy once we get in. There we go, that looks good. And now I want to actually decorate this thing. So I was thinking we could add some more furnaces in actually. Yeah, that's actually something we could do. Let me double check on those. They are 100 coins each, but I mean, we do have quite a lot of money. Shall we do this? Yeah, I think we will. I think it's just going to look nicer if we do that to add extra bits in here. So I want to rotate that around, put it against this back wall here, and then we'll put another one over on this side as well. Yeah, just there. So we actually have 3 furnaces, and I guess whichever NPC we get working in here can choose whichever one they want to actually use. And in that case, we could also add some extra ore storage as well, right? Why not while we're doing this? So let's see, if I zoom around here, we could put you facing kind of this way, so we have a couple next to each other. Can we stack them? Maybe one in front, so there's like 3 there like that. And then I'll rotate around and I'll put one just kind of randomly here. So we've got a few of those around. I think that looks kind of cool. And maybe one in there as well. Yep, I don't dislike that. And now we want to do some other decorational stuff, including some lighting. So let's go down to furniture, decoration. And we'll do a couple of torches out the front here, I think, just to light up the exterior a little bit. But mostly, of course, we want the lighting to be inside. Actually, do you know, these wall torches, I might use these on the inside, although the lamps could be cool too. The lamps kind of need somewhere to sit on though, I think. Like, put them up on top of here, but that might look a bit out of place. Let me have a look here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick with the wall torches because I think they look good anyway. So we'll put like one up here, one up here. And then we'll come around and we'll place one there and one there. And I'm just thinking there might need to be some like in here, maybe at the back or something, just to light up that room so that when we go inside at night, it is actually going to look good. But yeah, I think that could be kind of cool. We'll go and see how this looks on the inside as well. So let's go into this view and head in. So from the outside, it's looking like this, not too bad. Walking in now, I think it's light enough, right? Yeah, it's not too bad. We've got all these different furnaces and things. And then this here, I mean, this was the original plan for where we're going to have the main furnace. And so I wanted to have a bit of like a chimney type of structure here because that would seem kind of natural. So I think that's good. But we can definitely add some decoration to this stuff as well. There are a lot more things I think we can put in. So let's start with, is it furniture actually? I always forget where certain things are. So for example, a wheel like this makes a lot of sense to have that in here. Oh, we're out of planks already? All right, I'll go get some more. Okay, so we're going to place that one just over there like that. Oh, someone's come in here to have a little look around. One of our villagers has come to see what all the fuss is about. Now, we could do some shelving as well. So I think that could be nice. Like, just need to find a good spot for it. Maybe kind of up here. And put another one over here somewhere, maybe. Maybe underneath there. Yeah, just kind of random little things. It'd be good if we could add some stuff to the shelves, which I think we probably could add the lamps to the shelves, couldn't we? So let's see here. Yeah, we could put a little lantern there. It's a little finicky, but we could put a lamp on there and a lamp on here. Although we do have those torches anyway, so maybe I won't worry too much about that. We'll just have the one, just some extra light in the doorway there. Why not? And then I think some barrels would be a good idea, wouldn't they? So we'll have like a couple of barrels over here, maybe just like this. Let's put a barrel maybe on the corner here. We'll have a couple, like one there and one there. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, I seem to be overdoing it with decoration because our score is 92 out of 30. But I'd rather do that and have it a bit nicer, you know, if we can. So that's going to basically be the foundry build. The next thing that we're going to need is to actually get someone in here working. So Once again, under buildings, we can have a look at the foundry, which is here. And we need, oh wow, we can have a smelter and a miner. Okay, someone's chatting to us. You be quiet, please. So a miner would be really cool to get a load of the stuff for us. And then obviously we can smelt that down. So it looks like tradespeople we need again. And we have one here. So I'm definitely going to negotiate with you. And I'm going to give him a good amount of coin here. 50 coins. Let's see. Yeah, bosh, we got him. Now, in terms of housing, there is a house free. So you can live in that one for now. And then if we go to... Oh, there it is. I couldn't see that for a second in the foundry. Let's put you as a miner. Okay, great. So he's now going to be producing hopefully a little bit of all of this stuff for us, right? It says there miner. We're going to get clay, iron, and gold. So I'll just let him do that for like quite a while, and then I'll get him to smelt it all down. In the meantime, if we get some new recruits in who are capable of smelting, they are tradespeople too, then we can put them in there with him and simultaneously be doing both. But I hope you like the way this build turned out. I'm actually quite happy with it now. Certainly so much better than it was. So this seemed like a good place to say thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.